Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, and people, it's already starting, but what I'm about to tell you is no surprise. It just is, frankly, sickening. Sickening. What am I talking about? Well, the U.S. trade deficit is surging. As a matter of fact, the economists, they were all taken by surprise by the pace at which our trade deficit continues to skyrocket. Now this is no surprise. I've explained to you for years that this trend would continue with debts and deficits continuing to skyrocket. There's no end in sight here. What else would you expect? Like I've been telling you. You see, the biggest secret, and I mean this, the biggest secret that's not being told to anyone via the mainstream outlets is our economy is shrinking at its fastest pace ever. Ever. That's the secret. No one's talking about it. It's out of control. Henceforth, while you will see things like trade deficits ballooning, debts ballooning, bad economic news is just not going to stop. It can't stop with the economy shrinking the way that it is right now. But that's the secret that no one is supposed to know. But you know it. I guess these economists, they don't know it either. I tell you, it just blows my mind here. On the back of that, people, we have stock futures higher across the board. That means, at least for now, trading doesn't start for about 40 minutes. Stocks will open higher. Crude oil surging. WTI about $79 a barrel. People, it's going much higher. You all know that. That recent pullback we had was so bullish for crude. I can't believe some people missed that. But anyway, it's a shame. Really is. So like I said, you got, again, horrible economic news. Trade deficit is out of control. Meanwhile, stocks are poised for gains. You got crude oil. Listen, crude oil is the lifeblood of this market. It's the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex and is being artificially propped up. You all know that. Crude has no business whatsoever being here. None. Okay, our economy is contracting. The global economy is contracting and crude oil keeps going up. You think that mechanism does it make sense to you? It's so sick, people. I tell you the truth. I was writing down a bunch of stuff here today. Anyway, cryptocurrencies are doing very well. Bitcoin back over 50,000 people. You do what you want with this stuff, but I'm telling you here once again, and I'm going to keep saying it, cryptos are going much higher, much higher. Gold and silver are under a little pressure here this morning. Again, you know the game. The reason for this is the dollar. The dollar right now this morning is stronger. 10-year yield also nudging higher. Now let's look over at the MMRI. It is showing increasing risk today. So we got a nudge higher in the MMRI. Now for those of you, again, who keep asking me, the MMRI is a measure of market risk. In the current environment, it updates every 15 minutes. There is a link in the description of this video to track the MMRI, which is a measure of market risk based on the debt market and the relative strength of the dollar. In my view, it's freaking ingenious, even though I did create it myself. Anyway, people, so that's the situation this morning. It kind of gets to me. I'm not going to lie. When you hear stuff like this with the trade deficit ballooning and people are really expecting anything different. Now, the other thing that we have this morning, and we'll see how this affects the market today. You got Janet Yellen, former Fed chairperson, former Fed chair. I don't want to downgrade her. Current Treasury Secretary, trying to spread fear, trying to spread panic, yet again, understand what's going on. If they don't raise this debt ceiling, it's pretty much over. I think we all know that. But what's the real true mechanism behind it? Okay, we're broke. The United States is absolutely destitute. We are not the richest nation in the world. We're about to run out of money. Without more debt being piled on every minute of every single day, around the clock. It doesn't stop. 365. We're done. It's absolutely over. That's the nature of the beast. That's the debt-based economic model. Henceforth, why? Look at every single president. Look at the current one. Look at the one before him, Trump. Look at the one before him, Obama. They got to continue to vastly inflate the debt. You see, presidents are not allowed to tell you that the debt-based economic model demands that debt be borrowed into existence in greater and greater amounts. It's never meant to be paid back. It's only meant to be expanded on. No president will ever tell you the truth. You didn't get it from the last one. You didn't get it from the one before him. You're definitely not going to get it from the freak that we have right now. So just get used to this stuff, okay? It's nothing is what it seems. The Fed is the real governing body of, and it's really of the world at this particular point, because the dollar remains the world reserve. I think you are all well aware of that. All right, anyway, people, so in summary here, another round of absolutely abysmal economic news, no surprise to you. And this is not going to stop. Debts and deficits are going to skyrocket. They must skyrocket. That's the way it's designed to work, okay? Our economy, unfortunately, is contracting at its fastest pace on record. And no one is allowed to know that. It's the biggest secret, I think, really being kept from the American people at this particular time. But again, you know how it works. It's all about look here, don't look here, distractions, division, hatred. That's what it's all about. Keep people in their current state of, not knowing what to do by keeping them full of fear and panic and hatred and hating these people and hating these people back. You can do anything you want to them. They're like, little puppets. Willing puppets, because they're so sucked into the crap that's going on. They're not allowed to focus on what's really happening, and they will never be told the truth. Period. The end. You all know that. But understand, you and me, we got it. We know what's going on here, and that gives us enormous strength, enormous power to understand what's going on and how we need to take care of ourselves and the people around us. It's just so important, people. We're all literally in this together, okay? And we need each other more than ever. We really do. You all know that. I tell you how important it is to love each other, to care about each other, to be charitable. These are not just things I say. I want us all to live this. And we'll all be a lot better off in this absolute, complete, total freak show that we have going on. And this is a global phenomenon. It's not just here in the United States. All right, people, look, that's it. You know what to do. You know what to look out for. Let's watch this market today. Let's see what happens. Keep your eyes on crude oil now, about $79 a barrel. Crypto's getting a bit higher here. Buy the dips in metals. Buy the dips in everything. It's not going to stop. All these calls for crashes are just, it's insane to me. Nobody, I don't care who you may even think you are, who you actually are, can point at a particular date or a particular anything to say this is the moment when the moment's going to melt down, when this market is going to melt down. Nobody can do it. I'm telling you right here, right now. You know that, all of you. So when anyone is trying to tell you that, turn them off. Turn them off, because they are simply trying to mislead you on an epic scale. How many YouTubers, how many people off YouTube have been talking about market crashes month after month, getting their followers to make bad decisions, making them afraid. Some people have even been getting short this market, losing all of their money by listening to misinformed individuals who are not stock market people. They don't understand the market at all. They don't understand the driving forces, which is the debt market, behind the market, what's going on, the real government. They don't get it at all. I don't know what they're trying to do, but they have been leading their people to the slaughter for years. I'm not letting that happen to you. There's just no possible way that's ever going to happen. And I want to just thank all of you once again for supporting my work. On the first of every month, I ask for your support. This month here, I got more support from my work than ever. And I want to thank all of you for that. It makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. And I work very hard for you to give you the what's really going on. And in your face, I want you to understand this. I don't want you to be afraid. I just want you to know what's going on so you can make rational decisions as to what you should be doing. Okay, people, look, this guy here loves you a lot. I mean that. I will see all of you at the end of the day. We'll sum this all up as usual. And that's it.